We are here at Bengaluru's Indiranagar where actress Sanjana Galrani is now on a noble spree, and thank you so much for joining us. So, after what you've been through, do you feel that this is some kind of a salvation of sorts to give and help people out?
More than what I have been through, or me cribbing about my own life, or me complaining about my own life, what I'm looking forward to is, I think there are bigger issues to address. I'm looking at the outside of me, I'm not looking at the inside of me anymore. And what I realize is there's so many people who are sleeping in hunger. There are so many people who are just sleeping with just water. I visited Baba Saheb Colony, which is 2 kilometers from here, Dupanelli Arch, from where my helpers who work at my home, they come from there. And then there's a Mariamma Devasthana behind. So behind that there's another underprivileged area. So I personally visited these areas and I found out what is their lifestyle like right now. Whatever savings they had is over in Corona wave 1. Now we are battling the wave 2. The really young boys came to me and told me, Akka, even if signal open iddidre, ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಭಿಕ್ಷೆ ಬೀಳ್ತದೆ ಅಕ್ಕ. I'm actually a labor, I do construction work, and if the signals were open I would go in the signal and beg catching a bowl. Because of the lockdown the signal also is not open akka. What do I do akka? I will sleep with only empty stomach akka. What do I do with my old parents? So such is the agony, and I have always had a social side to myself. I've had a yoga academy for 4-5 years. I've taught people yoga, and I've motivated women to be self-empowered by becoming yoga teachers. So it's not that it's something which has come just overnight to me or because of what has happened to me. And good and bad things happen in everyone's life, and we take the bad things as experience and we take the good things as happiness. So who I am.
When did this thought of establishing an organization, a foundation of sorts, come into your mind, and how do you think this is going to survive in the long run?
In the long run, I don't know if we are going to survive or not. We are just going to be warriors in times when it is most important. I don't want to overcome it and under-deliver, definitely. And this organization did not come to light because of Corona Wave 2. This organization came to light on December 2019, on the 25th, which was a Christmas afternoon, and we launched Sanjana Galrani Foundation in Indiranagar itself, in one of the restaurants, along with some beautiful special orphan kids from Madilu. We celebrated Christmas together for a fact. And that's about it. We are here, and I think a foundation, there are many foundations, so I don't have the thing of being the number one foundation, or I don't have the thing of becoming a permanent social activist as such. But in times of emergency, when it's most required, like right now, we are active. Or maybe if there's a natural calamity and we are active in times like that, definitely we will be active.
How many of them working at Sanjana Galrani Foundation now, and how did you put this entire team together?
So I already have about 6 to 8 people working for me in my office, right, for Scouting Brilliance. My company is called Scouting Brilliance, and we are a talent management company, and we are working with various applications in the market like Streamka, Tiki has come now, which is something like a TikTok, Chingari, Ropo. So many such applications is what we are working with digital content creators. In lockdown, for you to get volunteers to work for free also is a big challenge. Right, so what we are doing is, technically my staff of Scouting Brilliance is working for the foundation until 1:30 in the afternoon, and then 1:30 in the afternoon onwards we continue the Scouting Brilliance work till 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the evening, and we call it a wrap. So this is what we've been doing, and everybody is this is a very heart touching thing that we're doing. So now that you're here, and sometime you will see the long queue of people who will come, who will stand, and who will really wait for their food to reach them. So in times like this, everyone is happy to be serving humanity, mankind, and I think everybody needs some good credits that yes, I've done some good work. And for my staff, it's just, instead of doing the work of Scouting Brilliance, they're doing Sanjana Galrani Foundation's work.
So how many people do you serve in a day?
We are serving 800 people, but I think today we have accelerated it to 1000 plates of meal. And because the demand is such that the food is just getting over in 10 or 15 minutes. And whoever's coming with the vessel, இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் போடக்கான்னு திரும்படி சொல்றாரு. There's a huge Tamil community here. ಇನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Somebody is coming, leaving their self-respect behind, standing in the long queue to collect a cooked meal, then they really have agony, they really have pain, and they really need support. People with even little bit of money will not come and stand like that, is what I truly believe.
There seems to be a secular nature in you because you're celebrating Christmas on hand. You have another belief when it comes to your own faith. So, where did this entire secular nature come from? It's from your upbringing.
I come from a middle class family. I was not born rich. And then I came into the film industry, did 40 to 45 projects, traveled across different states, and I made my name, I made my little recognition, I made my little money from this entire journey. And the lanes that I come, like at least until I was 10-year-old, I lived in those small lanes in Shishadripuram, which is multi-community. That's why I talk multiple languages. Now finally, I think in life you get so many things, you get so much. So that at one point, if somewhere you feel you've built the strength to give back, you should come out of your comfort zone. I can sit on top and watch Netflix and Amazon and say to hell with the world, I want to enjoy my lockdown. But my conscience is not letting me do that. And I have seen the pain of people very closely. So, and Annadana is the biggest dana. Annadana is the biggest dana. So I think until I have the strength, I'll stretch myself, and I'm exhausted. We are going to 1000 meals today. So I am hitting clear exhaustion, but I hope to stretch myself.
Right. And good luck to you for that. But my final question, you have also contracted the virus. And I'm sure you have also gone through the entire suffering with respect to the disease and the virus. Can you tell us briefly on, what really went through so that people can be prepared if they at all contract the virus?
My husband is a vascular surgeon. He practices in Manipal Hospital. And he brings love for me, he brings flowers for me, he brings gifts for me. So he bought coronavirus for me this time. So I have to take that also, right? The good and the bad. So both of us were home quarantined, and I realized that I was just having a disturbed feeling in my chest, and from day 2 onwards my RT-PCR test took about 24 hours to come. But day 1 itself, when I was in a motion of doubt, I started off my treatment the second I thought I have coronavirus, even before I could do the RT-PCR test. Precaution is better than cure is what is told. So therefore, just took it positively. Luckily, I was asymptomatic. I had very bad cough, but I just thought to myself, we will sail through this also.
I hope, this very attitude of yours continues running so that, you get to serve a lot of people henceforth.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sanjana. Lovely meeting you. So that was Sanjana Galrani talking to us, and here is where the meals are getting prepared. Let's hope that this kind of serving humanity continues to spread everywhere in Bengaluru so that Karnataka emerges stronger in its fight against COVID-19.